Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer, and today it is my pleasure to introduce you to Nisha Sharma. Nisha ji, welcome to PGurus channel.
Thank you so much, Sriji. Thank you. It's an honor to be here with you.
And viewers, I am sitting in their wonderful ranch in Danville, and what you're seeing is the outdoor lawn that we are sitting with our backdrop. And it's a beautiful evening today. The sun is just about to go down, and very mild breeze. Fantastic conversation time. We just had some chai with snacks. Thank you so much for your hospitality, Nisha ji.
Thank you for your wonderful company.
And so you are running for the 11th Congressional District of California on the Republican ticket. So now you've been in this country for several years. What made you run for office?
I'm an immigrant here. You know, whenever any immigrant comes to this country, they have an American dream in their head. And I came here to pursue my American dream, and I am proud to say that I was given all the deserving opportunities in this country, and this country loved me enough. And I felt that this is the time to give it back. And I was just looking for reasons how to get connected with the community and give it back. And then I find out that by joining political arena, by raising voice against the wrong, and being the voice of the people, that will be the way that I want to serve this country. And I will say that I was lucky one that I got all the opportunities. I want to work and make sure that there is the right to equality to everybody, and everybody gets these opportunities. But these days, the thing really concerns me is that the way this country is going over the cliff, I cannot be a mute spectator anymore. I have to raise my voice. I have to pick up those issues that is concerning for my community, my constituents here. I want to be their voice in Washington, D.C. And then I did my research, and I find out that from my district, not even one single person was running for congressman. And it's sad to say that the incumbent, Mark DeSaulnier, he is not representing us the way he should. He spends all of his time in Washington, D.C. He even doesn't know what's happening here in California, District 11. My district, they deserves better, and I want to work for them. I'm not a career politician. I don't want to be a politician here. I want to be a representative. I want to represent my people, my constituents, and make sure that Washington knows what's going on in here and what kind of resources we need here. That's why.
You know, you touched upon a very interesting, important topic in that some of our elected representatives, once they get to Washington, they kind of forget about our constituency, especially in some of these really solid Democratic districts. Maybe it's true for Republican solid districts also, that once they get elected, there's a sense of entitlement. But the reason I say that is my own district, I have not seen my representative in the 25 years that I've been there, not
Right.
once. And the one time I did correspond with that person, I got a nasty response, which was not expected. But anyway, that's a different matter. The point I'm trying to make here is there is a sense of entitlement that is not right, especially in this trying time.
Correct.
Because the last time we met, we didn't know that
Yeah.
this COVID is going to hit us so hard. I mean, it has turned the whole world upside down. COVID is it's like a thing that came like a bolt from the blue. We have no clue what is going to happen.
True.
And in this situation now, we are about 4 or 5 months into it, and reality is beginning to take hold now. Businesses are forced to close. Bills are becoming. They're coming home. You have to pay these bills. You can no longer defer that. And this situation it's all the more important that the representative in Congress be here with the people, understand their challenges, understand their problems. So you've been probably already involved in helping people get the loans for PPP and other things. Perhaps you can share with our viewers what kind of work you've been doing, because all it is initially to even point people to the right places. Some banks were accepting applications, some were already closed. There was so much confusion.
Right.
So you've been doing a lot of that stuff also. Perhaps you could share with our viewers what are all the things that you've done to try and help alleviate the challenges your constituents have been facing.
True. Actually, this help is not even related to my campaign, but as an educated citizen of this country, I'm doing whatever is possible. My team, my whole campaign team, whenever we receive any phone call, any emails, if they need the resources, the tools, whatever we are aware of, we are definitely sharing with them and making them aware of their rights and helping them in those things. Other than that, I will say, you just asked me, like, people, they go for elections, and if they win and they are in the office, they forget what to do. I'll begin with that I'm not a career politician. I'm a mother. I'm a concerned mother here. And when we came here, it wasn't that bad. But in last decade, what I'm witnessing is that my kids in the schools, they are getting influenced by the wrong policies that this country is facing now. Have you heard of Prop 16?
Yes, I have, as a matter of fact, and I have some of my own thoughts on it. Perhaps you can share with our viewers what you think about Prop 16.
Yeah, sure. Prop 16 is one of those propositions that is encouraging the discrimination. You know, it's dividing us.
Yes.
They are just not attacking our right to education, right to equality. They are attacking our freedom here. If people are going to choose on the percentage, that is not fair. For any of the community, it's not fair for anybody. So I completely condemn Prop 16 here, and this is just the beginning. And if we kept quiet now, you will see where they are taking our country. Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about Prop 16. You see, California was one of those states where merit had a value.
Correct.
If you take a look at the students that graduate from our schools, California high schools are among the most competitive. It's very, very difficult to get, good percentages, get into the right schools. And then when they apply to schools like Harvard and Ivy League and anything outside of California, they're already having challenges.
Right.
Now the same thing has started inside California also.
True.
So there was a chance that you see, UCLA, you see Berkeley, you see San Diego, they were reaching the height of Harvard and MIT and all
True.
that in terms of what they were offering as quality of education. Mm-hmm. When you do this, it's going to start falling away. And that's a very regrettable thing.
It is.
But what I'm wondering is, why now? This country has been always placing a premium on meritocracy.
True.
Whoever is meritorious, they should be recognized. So who is pushing this Prop 16 now?
Who is pushing? It's Democrats, the Democratic Party. Their establishment is only based on voters' bank, how they lure the voters. They are just luring them by offering them free things like this, so that they even don't use their mind. Second thing, you will notice that even for BLM, why they haven't done anything for the Black lives yet. They are just hijacking this BLM movement. I am very much saddened by the sudden demise of this George Floyd. I'm with them. The police officer is at wrong, and he should be prosecuted for that. Completely with them. But where this movement is ahead now, where is this heading now? Yeah. You have to see the riots, the chaos they have creating. They are burning our economy here. They just want to bring down the flag. I completely condemn it. That is not the way to protest. It's wrong, but this is not the way to protest.
Right.
So what I say is that we all have the freedom to speech here. You can protest in peaceful way, and definitely I will be the first one to stand with them. But the way they are attacking our economy, I will say they do not even care about black lives. They are just hijacking this movement, and under the guise of these Antifas and these anti American groups, they want to bring my country down. And I will not let them do this. When I'm in the office, I will make sure if because of shelter in place people are shutting down their businesses, means they are following the government's orders. But can they protect their businesses by sitting home? My whole Danville city is boarded up. I don't want that. I will be the first one standing there and telling them they cannot burn my city.
And viewers who don't know about the layout of Danville, Danville is one of the suburbs in the Silicon Valley, not exactly inside, it's a little bit out, but it's one of those beautiful areas which is, hilly, green, and it is just about coming up. Very young population, I might add, people who have, bought houses here and put down roots. So the population is young. The
Correct.
children, school-going children are, your children are what, very young now.
Yeah.
And so that is the general, representation of the population here. Right now, the complete thing is closed. I mean, it would take me probably 2 times the amount of time it took to come to your place because of no traffic.
No traffic,
Absolutely
yes.
no traffic.
True.
And so we are living in very, very difficult times because it's only going to get a little worse before it's going to come back up. It
True.
is just a progression
It
because,
is.
the COVID perhaps was not completely understood, and, there is some mistakes that happened. Nobody to be blamed for that. It's just happened, it
Yeah,
happened,
I know,
right?
I understand.
So now let's look forward. So let's say that you're going to represent 11th Congressional District in the Congress. What would be your top 3 action items be?
My top 3 priorities are no more new taxes. My community, my people are already contributing a lot to this economy. And, in California, we are at the peak.
Yes.
Unemployment is at the lowest in decades under this administration. I can proudly say that. But why we are being burdened with more taxes? They are coming up with new attacks like increasing the bracket of taxes for the people on their capital gains on the houses. No more new taxes. I want to raise their voice. People cannot talk about it, but they need representation in that. I want to educate them and show them that this government, the California at state level, is failing us to do that. We are doing our job. We are doing our businesses here. We are contributing. We are paying taxes. But what we are getting in return? This crumbling infrastructure. We don't deserve this. So I really want to work with all levels of organizations here, all the governments here, even state level, assembly, school districts. I want to work with them, not with like my incumbent Mark DeSaulnier, just sitting in the Washington D.C. and make few decisions here and there. No, I want to be here and start working with local people here, so that my district gets what it deserves. And moreover, here I would like to add that our administration is also failing at the school level. We really have to work on the school level because schools are the institutions. They are preparing our future generations, and they are failing at the basic guidelines. We have to prepare our kids so that they can compete on the international level, but they are failing. I am very much disappointed, and I'm ready to work with all the district level organizations here to bring all the resources, all the tools, and encourage not only academic but the skills and build up their characters. I don't want to leave this country for my kids, for my community kids here, the way they wants to, bring it down. So what is the beauty of this country? Why we come to this land? Because it appreciates your hard work. But this government, this democratic, their establishment is offering welfare, medical free for all. But this country has taught me nothing comes free here. There is no such thing called free lunches. Somebody is paying. Behind the scenes, somebody is paying for it. And who is getting overburdened with that? The middle class people who are working hard, spending good 8 to 10 hours at their job, and then facing 2 to 3 hours in the traffic. What are we paying them back? What are we providing them if they cannot even meet their basic needs? I'm in rental business. I see people how they struggle even after working so hard. Even husband wife both are working, but still they cannot meet their basic needs here. The cost of living is so high here. We have to work on that. So that's why I want to be the representation of those people and be their voice in Washington, D.C.
Very inspiring to know, and certainly this is your first time at the trying for elections, and I must say I'm really impressed with your commitment.
Thank you.
And it takes the goodwill of the voters, and I'm hoping that the voters will see their way clear through what the other side has to offer and what you're offering, and hopefully they'll come to the right decision.
Sure.
And
I would like to add here to come to the right decision, importance is please register. Register yourself to vote. And then do your homework, do your enough research. Which party aligns with your values? Please do that and then vote wisely. That's very important.
so see, you are not even saying to vote for me. You're saying
Correct.
vote wisely.
Because
That
I am very
shows a certain-
confident when they do their homework, they'll find out.
It also shows a lot of maturity on your part to say that, look, these are the values that I think you will need,
Yes.
and I think then therefore you will come to the right decision. So Nishaji, I would have shaken your hand in normal times, but now these are COVID times.
Yeah,
so
I respect that.
We will greet each other with a namaste.
Definitely. Namaste.
Namaste, and hope that I will come see you in Washington, D.C.
Oh, hopefully you will. I'm very confident.
Thank you so much. And viewers, that was Nisha Sharma running for the 11th District of Congress, California, and she is running on behalf of the Republicans. Thank you very much.